Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You see, in life, sometimes we complain a lot. I myself, for one, sometimes I grumble, I feel grouchy, I complain, but if you reflect, you can count the blessing that God has given to you. And it's very important. Sometimes we take life for granted. So at this time that we're celebrating Papa's life, I will call on a family member to, at least say something in regards to the family. Do you have a family member there? Please leave. Mr. Monju is here.
Let's sing the next song again.
Okay. Yeah. While we're getting the family member, you can do the next song. Trust and obey. Yeah, Papa's song. He loved them. So we are actually celebrating his life.
Mi voz, mi fuerza.
Some of those things that he loved, wherever he is right now, he should be really proud of us that we are celebrating his life. When we walk with the Lord in the light of His word, what a glory He sheds on our ways. When we do His good will, He abides with us still, and we know who we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Not a burden we bear, not a sorrow we share, but a joy we will richly repay. Not a grief nor a loss, not a frown nor a cross, but is blessed if we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. But we never can prove the delights of His love until all one day altar we raise. For the heaven He shows and the joy He bestows on them who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Then in fellowship sweet, we will sit at His feet, for the one by His side in the way. What He says we will do, where He sends we will go. And who He trusts and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. What did people notice here? Yeah, that's Can we give them a hand? I almost went on the one thing significant that I noticed, the little ones, there's Papa Spirit here. I still regret a little bit. Because Papa went home without even seeing the little ones. But the kids, it's so bad. Can we give them a hand again? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to call our elder brother, A great man in the community, well recognized. A title man in the name of Mr. Monju Athanasius, who is going to say something on behalf of the Monju's family. Mr. Athanasius, he is here. Thank you very much, sir. And as you can see, he's a title man, so he will be speaking on behalf of the family. Thank you, brother. And welcome. Thank you.
My dear brothers and sisters, I salute you all. I'm greeting all of you, and I'm so grateful that you all are here today to condole with us for the loss of our father. I'm thanking God that you all have come in safely, and I'm praying that God will take you all back safely. We did everything to have a more convenient location for all of us, but it was a little bit difficult. You guys know what it means getting a hall here at a short notice. So please bear with us. Feel free. Enjoy yourself. Make yourself comfortable in this house. We have the houses at different levels. Do not restrict yourself on one seat. Get yourself airy, get out to any room you want to be comfortable, and enjoy your stay with us. We are so grateful to have you here, you all here, and I don't have a lot to say. We are celebrating Pa's life. Pa was ready to go, and he prayed that the Lord should, take him or put him to rest, and that just happened. So we should also be thankful that God listened to his prayers. Thank you very much. I don't have a lot to say.
Thank you. Okay, before we call on our brother Princely to read the biography of Papa, I just want to say, me personally, this family is very close to my heart. Yes, because Princely has been a brother not only here in the United States, but right back home in Cameroon. We were in the geography department, same class. We were friends. Came to the United States, I met him. He was the very first person who introduced me to the sister. Go and do your resume, do like this, do like that. And then he was my supervisor, he was my boss. And we work in the same place. We have grown so much right to this point, and really a privilege, basically, to serve in your family. A couple of months back, I went to Cameroon. Oh man, I'm really touched because I personally took medicine for Papa, right, Princely? I took some medicine for him, but when I came back, I got the news that Papa passed away. I felt so terrible. Yeah, I was down, but we always say mourn as Christians, but Princely, I will assure you, we're going to be there to support you. You see all these people that tells you one thing, love. They would have chosen to be somewhere else. But guess what? They decided to come here and support you and Flora. And Flora, I also want to thank you because you're a strong woman. And keep up with that spirit. You're a powerful woman, I've seen it. You have demonstrated that. You have epitomized that everywhere, all the time. So keep holding your husband. This is the time that you really need to show love for Princely. True. This is the right time. This is the moment you really need to support my brother. And you've been doing it. So thank you very much, Flora. Thank you. And then another side of the story, I just want to say back home, Paul will be buried. There are a lot of things going on, with the crisis and all of that. I just want to pray, if God touches you in any way, even it's $1, He will buy something back home. Please. from the bottom of my heart. And if God touches you in any way, even if $1, support this family, please. So I just wanted to reiterate that fact. If they have envelope, they can pass it around. But if you can support, even if it's $1, because before coming here, I spoke to my wife. We're going to support the family in our own way. So please, if any way, even if it's $1, it will play a big role in Cameroon. Thank you very much. So at this time, I'm going to call Brother Priestley to come and read Papa's biography. You know, Papa left a lot of things behind. Very remarkable life. Was a great man in the community. So Priestley.
Obiro mitomno. Obiro see you.
No,
No, I mean, so others are not in a way.
Yeah, you don't speak for others. If you know they are saying so.
No, I know.
The second one to
I know. Yes.
It's I think, like he said, we are really privileged to have you all present here, making all sacrifices to join us in celebrating the life of our father, Tieku Samuel Monju. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for that gesture. It touches us straight in our hearts. So I'll give you kind of a rundown about past lives and the family. Past journey in terms of health started in 2014. And at one point we actually thought he was going to go before mom, because at several times he collapsed, and the nurses were even letting my brothers who were around know that they lost him. Then he was able to come back to life and continue to finish his treatment at Shishon. What took him there was his prostate enlargement. And he did the surgery, he came out, and from that period, he kind of managed it all through. But until last, say, October, when everything again came back more seriously than we had before. Actually, he's been through surgery, not just for prostate enlargement, 2014, 2016, I don't know how they call it, the veins behind the legs. Yes, he could not step on one of his legs for a long time. When in that was taken care of. 2018, another surgery. 2020 was the last surgery he had. And then went down to Kuala after the October, the month of October. And from infection in the bladder, I think resulted from the catheter that was changed regularly, like 6 days over here, and then other complications from the treatment. Finally, gave up on October 1st. I would say that Papa really tried. He's somebody who is, I don't know, they say introvert. That's the nature of my father. He can listen for 10 minutes and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And each time he speaks, it's either a question or he's giving his opinion on what he said. And that actually is another challenge for us, the children, to be able to have him talk more even about his health. We feel like we did our best to the moment when he passed away. We do not have any regrets in terms of our effort. But I think if that was the way it all had to happen, then we accept it. In terms of Paul's biography, it's a lengthy one, but I'm going to try to summarize. My father went through, I think I would say, quite a lot. It's beginning from the polygamous nature that he came out from. Tieku, that's like the #1 family, kingmaker's family in Boraki. That's where my father came from the second wife. Out of, I think, about 9 of them, 3 of them survived. And he was the last of the 9. And the last also, of the 3 that survived, he was the youngest. And he's the last to die. And the the last of that generation on both mothers of Pakistan. Yeah, so all of them from that father gone. So we are now the next is all on us now. Next generation. Yeah. So that is past the situation in terms of the family. In terms of the history, in terms of growing up, I try to read that because I cannot memorize everything, but I can put it together. So far, I would say, in terms of school, actually was born on May 15, 1947. And then in terms of school, he went through standard 6, and that took him from Babanki to Bambili, Bello, where he attended the Native Authority School. This is in the 40s and 50s. And then after his completion of standard 6 at the Cameroon Basel Mission, which is today CBC, he was immediately hired at the age of 18 to be a PTA teacher in the school where he graduated from. We've been able to see his records. They were very outstanding, and I think that was the reason why he was hired at that age. That helped him to be able to raise money to go for his standard grade 3 teachers training college in Du, where he did his grade 3 training course, completed, came back, again was hired by the same school in the village, and he continued. During that period, he actually succeeded in teaching in the Babanki, CBC Babanki, Bambalang, Babungo, Awing, that's where I was born, Bamunka, you're surprised, he's from Awing. Yeah, Bamunka, somewhere in Quen, and then Bethel, I think Baptist Church in Kumba. I don't know if Mr. Ozam knows that part. He taught there, and then was integrated in 1981 back in the village with the government. So that was his teaching career. Then he did his grade 2, grade 3, and 2 in grade support. I think there's a Baptist Teachers Training College in support. Yeah. Yes, that's where he did his grade 2. And grade 1 training, I think, yeah, grade 2 and grade 1, because he already did grade 3 at Ndu. So that was far in terms of teaching. About his teaching life, I'd say even as a classroom, Pa went through all the classes. When his most active age was class 7, and he was good with the morning classes and the afternoon classes. They took turns anyway, and then he went back, older age, he went back to the kids. Class 3, and then was going further behind, class 2, and then class 1. There's one time that I had the opportunity to see him test that's elementary, it's not first grade, right? Yeah, first grade. I had the opportunity to see him kind of conduct an exam with those younger ones in the village. You know, they can, exam the words in English, they can speak it, but immediately after class, they communicate more in the dialect. So my father had like mangoes, pears, and other things on the table, and they were out playing. Each time he calls them, you have to identify the fruit in English. And he would change the order, and then so it was a very good experience seeing him perform that in class. In terms of, I'd say, being a husband, I think my father was a great husband to our mother. He got married in 1972, and many things that I think looking around with other fathers, that's why I say he was a great husband to my mom. Because we'll go out to the farm, especially on weekends. He usually would be cutting the grass around the yard. He washed all our uniforms up to class 7, all of us. You do not wash your uniforms. You take care of your daily clothes that we run around with. But our uniforms, he washed them. And then when we go out farming with our mother, by the time we're coming back home, my father sometimes will fetch water, split wood, put in place, and then there will be hot water boiling and waiting for all of us to come take a shower. I think during the graduation, you all heard about Flora's beans. I think I took it from my dad because sometimes he boiled the beans and then my mom would just come and fix it, and then we'll have dinner. So that was the kind of husband that he was to our mother. And with us, the children, I'd say that, like, I think our mom was like a go-go person. She would give you directions, but I would say my father accompanied us be able to achieve those things because he was more patient than our mom. He was more patient than our mom. So he accompanied us to be able to complete that. I remember I used to class 5 in primary school. I used to play a lot, and I did not know. I didn't have time for any other thing. It was soccer all through until I could not see the ball. That's when I stopped. And I was always rushing into difficulties with my mom. Water not available, there's no firewood for cooking, dishes are not clean, and so on. I think my father took me like 2-3 times, and I got it straight up because he sat me down, told me the reason your mom is always yelling is because you start playing when there is no water, dishes are not clean, there is no firewood, and all of that. So he told me, if you do these things before you go playing, when your mother comes, she has no reason to call you. So I did it, and the experience was wonderful because our compound is next to the school, and I was playing my soccer, and my mom came, and the moment my mom sees me playing, she knows nothing has been done. So that particular day, she was like, Princely, come here. Have you fetched wood? Yes, I did. Is there enough water? Yes. Did you clean the dishes? Yes. I think my mother didn't have the next question, and from that day on, I understood that was the game, and I had a good relationship from that one on with my mom in terms of house chores. Yeah. So apart from that, we are 8 of us. I'm the eldest. I'm the eldest of the family. We are 4 boys and 3 girls. We have 5 children behind 18 grandchildren. And another part of my life is contribution in the community. I've received calls from Asia, from Dubai, from Europe, from Cameroon as well, around America. I think my father would have built not less than 16 houses for people in the village. They come in from his friends, age mates, to students that he taught in primary school. They come in, they tell him this is the project I want to carry. They hand the money to him, and they're gone. He only gives the feedback. If there's more money, and when he finished, he will always hand you the exercise book with all the expenditures that.
Wow.
I think I benefited quite a lot from that because I used to do something giving of stuff, giving of things, and all those kind of things from some of those projects. And some of them, I thought I was okay because I was so fast. I've done one storm for 2,500 francs in less than 2 hours, and my mother just paid me the money. It was the intervention of the engineer that he paid 215. And then also dug stones nearby from the club while we were digging the foundation, and I was charging him for the stones, and he refused. It was still the engineer that helped us be able to get the money. Like, where did you get the stones from? I'm like, we got them by digging the foundation. They're from the yard, so what do you want to do about the stones? So he did not carry them, so he refused paying, but finally the technician helped us to be able to get the money. So that was another thing, and then financially, like I said, he was the financial secretary of the Village Traditional Council for over 12 years. Moved from that position to the treasurer. He's been a church baptized at the age of 14. And when he came back with the Baptists in 1981, the church where Ebenezer Baptist Church in Babaki, where he worshipped, he became the church deacon, became church appointed deacon. We only asked him in 2018 to be able to give up the appointed deacon position, but he stayed in the deacon board till he died. Yeah, and I think during the period, I would say that he definitely had the church grow physically and spiritually. When I say physically, in terms of infrastructure that has been constructed, and even the number of Christians that have been through the church. Being the treasurer at the church, treasurer of the Baptist Field Association in Babanki, he's the treasurer, was the treasurer, financial secretary with the Babanki Credit Union, and many other things in Jangi groups in the quarter. I think one time I had a quarrel with him because he was keeping a lot of money at home, and I thought that was not safe. And then I was trying to help him keep it elsewhere, and he finally understood the risk and was able to do that. The people who testify that if you give money to PA and you actually take down the numbers on like he had the same meals that you gave him if you looked at it before giving to him. And I saw that there's a name, how many 10,000, 5,000, 1,000. You write it down and then type it.
Very honest people.
So that was Pa's life, and I would say with the children, he did his best because any of us that did not attend a certain level of education is out of choice. Like I have my brothers who are of technical skills, and immediately after the high school, they say no, they don't want to continue. Everybody, my younger sister told him straight, I was not going to any school. I was going to learn how to stitch clothes, and that was done for her. And I was very open, would listen, answer your questions, but it was very difficult sometimes to get something out of her because you have to prove beyond all questions and doubt that you really need that thing. And the moment you say that he doesn't want it or he is not right, he just tells you no. And at a younger age, it was difficult. But over time, we studied him, understood the nature of questions asked, like any people look for soft spot, and we were able to get what we wanted by asking those questions to ourselves, getting the right answers, we approach him, and then that went very well. So I'm not going to keep you quite long here, but I think that's a summary of my father's life.
Hey! These children, man. Very rough.
At this time, I think we're just going to take one hymn that Papa loves. Blessed assurance, and then we will do everything. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine.
Me they put a song on.
Oh, glory divine.
You can put a song on.
There was salvation, whatever of God, born of the Spirit, and in His love. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all day long.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so let's do item 11. I'm very hungry. You guys don't go, I want to get all the food. So be careful. All right, Madam Ngwa will, I think, educate you guys on what is on the table.
My special.
Yeah, Mama.
This is my special.
Yes,
I want to thank you all so very much for coming to support us. The gentleman behind it was asking me that, you've been so busy. I said, yes, I'm the second wife of this house. Everybody who knows me knows I'm the second wife. Flora is my banya, my big banya. So food is ready, but we'll have to arrange ourselves before we go to eat. So please, those who came from the other two rooms, if you can just take your seats over there, then we'll arrange this section and get everybody seated before we go and eat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And all the kids will go to the basement. Yeah, when we finish eating, we'll come back to celebrate pastime, we'll sing more of the hymn. If you came late and didn't have a chair, please just hang on. Arrange the area.